Hey, I'm Untitled Movies, and happy Halloween, depending on when you're watching this, but I'm posting it on Halloween, and I watched the Halloween trilogy, so I'm gonna review. If you love movies like me, I recommend hitting the subscribe button down below, or liking the video, it helps me out, and let's get started with the review. I hope you guys had a fun Halloween. Leave in the comments below if you trick-or-treated. I doubt you guys did. I didn't. I found it boring. But yeah, instead I watched Halloween 2018. So I was able to watch most of the trilogy for Halloween. What I did was on Saturday, I started it and tried to watch as much movies as possible to Halloween because I wanted to post this video on Halloween. So I was able to watch all of them but 3 because why would you watch 3? It's seriously not about Michael Myers at all. Let me review this one real fast. So I didn't watch it, but number 3, the reason why I didn't watch it was because it wasn't about Michael Myers. And I kind of like the original idea they were heading for this series with Halloween 3, but it didn't really work. But I gotta appreciate them for the idea they were going with different movies being different horror characters. But yeah, so I didn't watch number 3 or the Rob Zombie ones or Kills or Ends. So I didn't watch 5 of them. 3 Rob Zombies, Kills, and Ends. Ends I think I will watch eventually this year, but I don't know. I think I maybe need to watch Kills first. But yeah, so that means I did watch a good decent amount of them. So let's get started reviewing them. One thing I do wish is, because basically this year I watched Halloween, and basically today, I think that closed off my horror movies for this month. But there's still the Chucky show, which I wish it was over already. I wish it started sooner, because if it was over already, if it ended last Wednesday, then my horror movies I watched this month will seriously come to a close and end like perfectly. But there's still Chucky, and that lasts till like halfway through November. But it's still fine. I am enjoying that show so far. But we're not here to review Chucky. So Halloween, the trilogy. Let's start with 1980. No, was it 1976? I don't know. But the original Halloween. This movie, I enjoyed it. My first time watching it was this year, and I was like, it was okay, but then after I watched the other movies in the franchise, this is the best one out of them all. The only problem with this movie I had was it wasn't really a story. You later find out in the second one that it was a story, and then the second one added onto this one that concluded that arc of that. Was I enjoyed how the first one and the second one left off where it left off. But, I mean, you have to watch them both back to back to really have a story in there. I did watch them back to back because that's how I just ended up watching them. But, yeah, the way I watched it, it was enjoyable. You guys should watch them back to back if you haven't. But, yeah, Halloween 1 and 2 are best watched back to back. But if you do watch them separately, they're still entertaining. Like, they're the best ones in the series. But if any of these on the entire trilogy of Halloweens, the only one I will really rewatch is the first one in 2018. Maybe the second one, but there's not a lot I would rewatch. So unless if it was just like on one day, that's probably when I will watch it again. Other than that, I don't see myself going back to these. So then we go to Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. This one is where the series started going downhill, so I'm just going to review 4 and 5 at the same time, as well as I did for 1 and 2. 4 and 5, like I said, I like how they fit into each other. My opinion is the exact same on both films. I like them both at some parts, and in other parts I don't like it. I equally love both of them. My only problem is with 5. spoilers for number 4, but you know how that kid killed at the end of the 4th one? But then in the 5th one, we find out later it's just a dream, which makes me like the 4th one more. But yeah. And they keep bringing back Michael Myers, which I like how all of this trilogy shows how he comes back to life. But there's one movie in particular I did not think he should have came back to life. But next I watched was Halloween 6, and this was seriously like the first movie in the trilogy that was all like like this movie I hated. I zoned out so much. Like, I forgot what I was watching. It was so bad. It's just, on every level, it's so bad. The Curse of Michael Myers. Like, I didn't even understand the story. Which I appreciate that this is, like, the only movie so far that really had a story, kind of. But I did not understand it at all. And yeah, I just did not like the 6th one. Then we go to the 7th, I think, which is Halloween 20 years later. And this movie was good. The ending was good. The beginning was good. Just like how everything was together was good. It's not the best in the trilogy. I think it's around like the top 3. But it was still pretty good. Just the sequel for this one, Resurrection. That one, I did not like how they wrote the ending for 20 years later. That kind of ruined this movie. But yeah, time to talk about Resurrection. Now, most of you guys hate this movie with all of your life. Now, some of you hate this movie so much that you wish it would burn a slow death. But I kind of enjoyed it. I only seen it once. Like, the only part I didn't really like was the beginning where they killed off the main character and brought Michael Myers back to life. Because like I said, I thought 20 years later had a good ending. But yeah, that I did not like the first 20 minutes, how they brought Michael Myers back to life and killed the main character. But all the rest, I enjoyed. I wouldn't say top 5. I wouldn't say like top 6. But I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed this really well. And yeah, don't hate me. Because I just enjoyed this movie. Then to the last one I watched, 2018, which I just finished watching, 2018 of Halloween. I did not watch Kills or End yet, but 2018 of Halloween. I thought it was okay at the beginning. It's more near the second act where Michael Myers puts on the mask where things start getting more interesting. But yeah, this is definitely a top 3. This is definitely in the top 3 of the Halloween trilogies. I did enjoy this one. And yeah, I just, all in all, the Halloween trilogy, I mean, like, it's alright. I mean, like, some movies are down, up, yeah. But yeah, of what I watched, I enjoyed it. And I'm glad I watched Halloween for this year's spooky season. Next year, I'm thinking of like Friday the 13th maybe. But yeah, like, if you don't know, each year of October, I like choose what franchise to watch. Last year was Chucky, and the year before that was It. So every year I have my own. And this one, I'm glad I watched the Halloween trilogy for this October. Like I said before, I wish Chucky show started sooner so it would end sooner. Because I thought my horror for the Halloween movies I picked was like the perfect ending for my Halloween movies experience. But they're still Chucky, but yeah, it's fine. But anyways, the Halloween trilogy I probably give an 80%. I know I give almost everything an 80%, but that's basically how half the stuff I watch are. But anyways, thanks you guys for watching. Hope you had an excellent Halloween. Say goodbye to this background. It's changing next video. And see you guys all next time. Goodbye.